So we have an entire trunk full of stuff, including 840 feet of Christmas lights that we are going to be throwing on the E92 M3. So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where we're going to be wrapping this entire E92 M3 in Christmas lights. And I'm going to be showing you guys the exact step-by-step process I take. That way you guys can follow every step to light your car up too. So let's go ahead and get straight to it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start by going over everything in this trunk, starting out with 840 feet of Christmas lights, all from Only. That is on Amazon, super easy, super cheap. We have ratchet straps for the tree that we're gonna be throwing on right there. We have a blanket that the tree is gonna be going on. We have a surge protector. We have a power inverter that's going to be going from a cigarette lighter, obviously, into the power inverter. We have microfiber towels that we're going to be putting under the ratchet straps. That way it doesn't hurt the paint. We have an extension cord just in case we need it, which I don't think we will. We have a bunch of pre-cut pieces of wrap, the remote control, and that's it. And don't worry, we are going to be making sure everything still opens. The hood, the doors, and the trunk. If you guys follow this video correctly, you will be able to open absolutely everything on your car still without any lights breaking. So after about an hour and a half, we finally finished the trunk, and I'm gonna show you guys how I routed it. That way you guys don't break any of these lights, because if you break a light, the whole strand stops working and it just becomes this entire problem. That isn't fun. So if we just open this up, as you guys can see, we have the two strands plugged in. I have them both going up to where the hinges are located. From the hinges, we went straight onto the trunk. We did a zigzag all the way back and forth. You can honestly space these out however you want. If you want more lights, put them closer together. If you want less lights, spread them out more. But obviously, I'm doing two strands and I'm doing half and half. That way, I can have two strands running all the way up the car at the same time, instead of just having one finish back here and then having to start another one up here. So yeah, we got the entire trunk done, and as you guys can see when I shut this, good to go. Nothing breaks, everything is lined up to where it won't snap any of the wires either. So now we can move on to this body panel on both sides of the car, and I'll come back when that's done.
One day later.
Okay, it is the next day, and I ended up switching out my plan here. Instead of doing this back panel, I ended up going up the pillar, doing half the hood, then going back up the pillar, then doing this panel, because it routes a lot better. And by the way, when you guys are doing your hood, this part specifically, I don't know if this is just a BMW thing, but when you guys open the hood, you can see it creates like such a big gap right here. Normally on normal cars, it just is flush right here. So if you have a hood that is flush right here, just go onto it and off of it in the same spot. But since it opens with this weird gap right here, I had to come off right here, and I had to go on from the weather stripping underside of the hood. And I was originally using car vinyl wrap on the car to hold the lights on, but I am gonna switch to an automotive tape just because the adhesive on the wrap is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not actually like really holding them in place. It's holding them down, but they can still move side to side. So I'm gonna switch to this tape because the adhesive's a little bit better, and it should be able to hold the tape down completely, because obviously we don't want this moving and scratching the paint if I am driving. But another thing to mention is when you guys are getting close to these doors right here, you wanna make sure all of the lights are facing away from the door, because if you open the door, you obviously don't want to shut it and it just crushed a light. But it is about time for us to put the tree on the car. That way we can start lining the lights around the tree and on the tree. All right, so we are almost done with the car. We're 2/3 of the way there. We ended up finishing this panel, the trunk, part of the roof, all of the hood, and now we're moving on to both the doors. We got the tree set on top so we can see how much of the roof to actually cover, and then we are going to finish this car, cover that tree in lights, and we're going to be able to take this thing out onto the road. I'm going to show you guys how I wired it inside the car here in just a second, so stay tuned for that, but let's finish this car up. Okay, so we have officially finished the entire car except for this small little part of the roof. So what we're going to do is we have one more strand left. We are going to just wrap this tree with lights, with leaving a little bit of extra. That way I can finish the roof, lay the tree on top, run it down, and plug it in, and then this car is going to be completely done. So we are gonna go ahead and get this entire tree covered in lights. Then we're gonna throw it on, and I'll show you guys the finished result.
The next day.
All right, so it is the next day, and Dylan is finally back home with the C8. And if you guys didn't know, we did wrap his car in Christmas lights as well. And if you want to go ahead and fire that up. Oh my goodness. Dude, that looks insane.
Yeah, this is insane.
Holy crap. All right, now Dylan's car was a little different because everything is in the front of his car. He has a cigarette lighter in the front that powers everything, like how I did mine. Mine goes to the cigarette lighter in the center console of my car. But if we look right here, this is where everything is connected. This cigarette lighter in the front of the C8 is what's powering absolutely everything. And this car actually took both of us, the two of us, 12 hours to do, and that's because it was our first time doing it, and we made sure everything still opens on this car too. We actually went through a longer process with this car specifically because we got the wrong bulbs the first time. That was awful. So we had to strip the entire car down. We were already halfway done with it, and then we actually had to pull all of it back off, and then we threw these ones on, and finally it worked. But now for the moment you guys have all been waiting for, the M3 sitting right over there. Dude, that looks insane.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This car actually took 12 hours, and it was just me. But that's because I already knew
Yeah, the
that
C8 was 12 hours and it was both of us.
Yeah, no,
was
this one
15
took
with just
15,
him, so it was way easier.
This car's also a lot smaller though.
Yeah, and easier like handle-wise and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. This car is way more flat.
If it was both of us, we could have done it in like 6, 7
Probably. Yeah, I probably would have cut the time literally. But yeah, no, everything still opens. It helps that it's not a 4-door, so there's that. I went with a green tree. 4 ratchet straps. I'll show you guys actually how to do the ratchet straps. I forgot to show you guys how I did that, so I'll show you guys here in the next clip. But yeah, no, this is it. All right, now I forgot to mention how I actually did these ratchet straps, so let me show you guys. The ratchet straps simply just go over the top of the tree into here, and I ratchet them down. I have 2 in the front and then 2 in the back. And as you guys can see here, I have rags underneath the ratchets, that way it doesn't mess up the paint underneath. And right here, as I said, just goes right over the top of the tree, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and they sit just above eye level, so it's not actually in the way when I'm driving. Looks absolutely insane, and the fact that the C8 is done too. I mean, what better duo is there? Like, this is insane. All right, let's go ahead and get a cold start on the C8 so we can see what this thing sounds like. What? I can't hear you. We've got to catch back up to him. He left us. Look at him all the way up there. Bro sticks out like a sore thumb. Nothing beats this car's downshifts. Listen to this. Holy crap. I think this car likes us. I don't know what's going on right now.
Hi, I love Corbin's Rouse. I love this.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I'm in the back. I just love your car. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude.
Good car, man.
Thank you. Now they're going to pick on Dylan. Oh my god. That's not real. If there's one downside to driving a lowered car, it's this right here. Absolutely blinding. All right, so we're finally at the place that we wanted to take videos. I did not expect any of that conversation,
Bro,
and neither did he.
That was not real.
It wasn't, dude. I don't even know what they were doing the whole time. But now we're gonna actually show off what these cars look like, because these things look absolutely insane, especially on the road. Oh, that guy has the same car as us.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. stop. Rocking around.
Mission successful. All right, let's turn the lights back on. All right, so let's do that. Ooh, no front lip. Oh, I scraped it. This car sounds insane. I can't get over it. And we're stuck at the U-turn. I'll see you guys when I get home. Well, that brings us to the end of today's video, and I'm just saying, wrapping your guys' cars in Christmas lights is 100% worth it. I mean, just look at how these two cars came out. That is absolutely insane. And if you guys have any questions about how I actually set everything up, or any further questions, I should say, let me know down below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys.